Hello again, so I have both some cassette tapes from Temu and I want to see if they are any good. They are two blanks for 19 minutes each and they are from two manufacturers. I would like to test especially the quality of the tape. I want to see if they are any good of recording and of course the mechanism if it's any good. This time I only want to make a test, and if the test fails I'm not buying again from Temu those kind of cassettes, and if they succeed, if the recording is any good and the cassettes are any good, I'm planning of releasing one of my albums or a collection of my songs on a physical format, and this is cassette tape. I want to produce about 100 cassettes, manually manufactured, recorded on normal speed on my Denon deck, which means very high quality. But I also need the tape to be any good for this project. So let's open one of them up. This is the manufacturer Heiko Gabsi commercial firm. I don't know if you can see this. So this is the cassette. I got it a bit cracked. If you can see here some cracks, here another one and here another one, and with no cases. Comparing the turning with the finger, they turn a bit harder, so it's not so smooth. Let's see the cassette. Okay. Maybe the mechanism is pretty nice, pretty okay. Let's see how good is the recording on them. I'm gonna be using one of my music CDs. This is not an official release. I have released officially this album, Strange Emotions. You can find it on BandCamp, also on Spotify if you want. But it's not on physical format. The CD is only made on the computer for me to test it and see how the artwork will look like when I'll be releasing this on a CD format. I'm gonna use the song Optical Illusion. It's the second song from this album. I want to use Dolby B for this recording. And now I'm hit recording and play on the CD player, and I want to compare the recording from source to tape and vice versa, and hear how they sound. So far so good. Okay, I'm losing some highs. I don't like this, but the tape is not chrome. It's a type 1 tape, so this is the source, this is the tape. In terms of the volume, it doesn't drop so much, so I have only a small drop in volume, but I don't like the drop in highs. Of course, when I'll be listening to this tape without Dolby, because this is how I like to listen to the recorded cassettes, they will sound with more highs. So this is the source, this is the cassette, and I already pushed the bias a lot, so I have as much as highs as possible. Now let's rewind this, right, and see the comparison of the CD with the cassette played without the Dolby. There is a definitely drop in the high frequencies. But the channels are even. I told you the mechanism of the cassette, it's not bad, but it's not so smooth. So because it's not so smooth, you can hear when the tape is running a bit louder than other cassettes. Of course, if you play the music with loud volumes, you can ignore this. And now let's see the other cassette. This is manufacturer Naningaoxin Kuyashun Shipping Jingin Bugbu. Okay, if you know how to pronounce this word, good for you. I am not able to do that. So, back on the Dolby, I want to eject this one and the same. I think inside it's the same, even though there is different manufacturers. Same cassette is already cracked from the transport maybe, or I don't know why. Also on this side, so I cannot sell this to a customer or something. This is only for a test. I see the mechanism is pretty much the same, so I presume the tape will be the same. Okay, I started recording, same record level. Oh, this is not good. This is recording, but I see an unacceptable drop in volume. So this will be the tape, and this is the source. Oh no, this is bad. This is unusable. I don't like this. Yeah, I also have other cassette tapes, older and cheaper and so on, and I hate how the drop in volume is on these tapes, and if you crack the volume up, the recording input level, you will get to distortion pretty soon. So just look here, I have -5, maybe sometimes -3 decibels, and when I'm monitoring, I have about 5 decibels more. So I thought the tape it's the same, but it's not. This drop in volume and also in the high frequencies, it's not usable. I'm thinking using the other one, but I need to make another test, and that will be side by side with an original cassette recorded by a label, maybe EMI label or something. See if side by side I get an acceptable sound, then I am considering using that cassette for my own projects or for other musicians' projects. Musicians who would like to release their music on the cassettes. Okay, let's rewind and listen to the cassette without Dolby and comparing it to the CD. What I see is the drop in the high frequencies is not so bad, only in the volume. So let's try another song. I want to try again Optical Illusion because for not to confuse those recordings, and I'm hitting record and I want to adjust the level to see if I get some distortion by cracking the input level up a bit. Wait for the rhythm to come in and see the maximum level of recording. One second. Now. If I hit 0 decibels, not more, 0 decibels, I think it could be enough. Now, I also need Dolby. Yeah, so I see 5 decibels, about 5 decibels drop in volume, but if the tape is not distorting and it has less drop in high frequency, I am also considering this kind of tape to record onto, because I can always set the input level a bit higher, and if it's not distorting, it should be well. Actually, I don't really have a problem with the drop in volume, only most of the cassettes, when you turn up the volume again to compensate, to reach that 0 decibels or plus 1 decibel, you get a lot of distortion, so you want to usually avoid that. So I'm barely reaching 0 decibels and I hear a bit of distortion. I cannot turn up the input volume more than this. Let's hear without Dolby. Now I want to compare this recording with this one. So let's hear if there are any difference. This is also distorting. Okay, so in headphones I hear a lot of distortion. So, conclusions. So the second cassette with the drop in volume has less drop in high frequencies, and the first one is keeping up with the volume pretty good, but it has some drops in high frequencies, and actually it's distorting a bit more as far as I can hear. So even though I am reaching 0 decibels with both of the cassettes, the one with the 5 decibels drop in volume, compensated with the input level gain, has less distortion than the one with the less drop in the volume, if that makes any sense. I hope you got me here. So there you have it, the comparison. Maybe if you want to buy some cassettes like this from Temu, really cheap, maybe you can have an idea before you order those cassettes of what to expect from them. For my own projects, I need to compare a commercial song. I have an original cassette of Pet Shop Boys actually album, and I also have the original CD. I'm gonna be recording from the CD to these cassettes, same song, and after that I'll be comparing how they sound without Dolby side by side with the original one. And if the results are satisfying, then maybe I'm gonna be using those cassettes. But I also hope next time I order from Temu they will not be cracked, because if they are cracked I cannot sell something like this, and I can't send to a fan or listener of my music these kind of cassettes. I hope this was helpful also for you, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you, bye.